Today, the topic is American Baptist College and the Civil Rights Movement, and we're talking to the president of American Baptist College, Dr. FHarris. And of course, Dr. Harris, during this last 5 or 6 minutes that we have here, let's give you an opportunity to sort of wrap up this show dealing with American Baptist College and the Civil Rights Movement, and to say some of the things that you believe in terms of fundraising and some of those activities that you believe that our audience ought to know, and perhaps bring them into greater support for what you're doing.
Thank you, Dr. Haney. There's no question in many people's mind that American Baptist College has a future, a viable future, and that future must be claimed and supported by not only black church constituents, but by this city and others who know the value of that institution. And I've often said to National Baptists that if American Baptist College does not exist well into the next millennium, the story that it represents will not be told. Good. And there will not be students who will be graduating from that institution to continue to perpetuate the legacy of academic excellence and theological studies in the black church tradition. And I think that's very important that that kind of future exists for future generations. But then in terms of supporting that kind of vision, of course, I'm still director of the Institute at Vanderbilt Divinity School on the Black Church. And one of the things that we're doing, we are finding ways to collaborate the programs of the Keller Mill Stiff Institute and the academic programs at ABC in a way that supports a viable future for the school. But beyond those kind of creative collaborations, we're also working with FHarris University and collaborating some of our academic programs with theirs in terms of teacher certification and biblical studies. But beyond those kind of collaborations, we need for people to support the school in a way that improves its endowment significantly. And the endowment of the school needs to be raised to as much as $20 million before long, before the school can really begin to revitalize itself. We're trying to get the first $1 million raised by the end of this year. But along with that, we have to have operating costs and a sustained capital flow in order to keep the college thriving. And I hope that people will do that. We've asked 500 churches across the nation to put the school in its budget for $5,000 annually. Our National Baptist Convention is pledging to commit to the school at least $50,000 per month to American Baptist College, and we are hoping that that is being approved this week. Matter of fact, the Midwinter Board meeting for the National Baptist Convention is taking place this week, and we're hoping that that kind of commitment will be approved by the National Baptist Convention. And I believe once that capital starts coming into the school and we can begin to revision the school in the way that we feel it should, I think American Baptist College has a bright future, and as a result, that our community will be enriched by its presence and what its mission is. And of course, that mission, I must say again, is to give theological and biblical training to people who will serve our churches at the undergraduate level. Vanderbilt Divinity School, where I work, is a graduate school, a divinity school that trains people at the level beyond the 4-year college degree. We are the only African-American 4-year undergraduate school that gives this kind of training and that is accredited. We are accredited by the Accrediting Association of Bible Colleges. One of the things that we hope to eventually be accredited by is the Southern SAC, Southern Accreditation of Colleges and Schools, and that keeps us outside of the realm of the UNCF. Good. Okay. Like Fisk University is a Southern Associated Accredited School, so the UNCF membership schools reap benefits from the funds that are raised by UNCF. We are not a UNCF school because of our accreditation not being in that community of accreditation, but eventually we hope to apply for that accreditation as well and be a part of that community of black colleges.
Do you think in the last couple of minutes that we have, and I want to get this in, do you think that there's enough support among the Baptists in your organization to really sustain American Baptist College? Speak to that.
Yeah, there is. Black Baptists, African American persons, period. Our priorities in terms of higher education, we have enough resources within the black community and corporate black community, business, as well as churches and individuals, enough to sustain both Meharry, Fisk, Tennessee State, and American Baptist College. That does not mean that that base of support from the African American community relieves our responsibility to the larger community, because these schools contribute to the whole and make life better for all of us, and our students participate in the larger community in a way that certainly these schools deserve support from the total community.
In a real sense, Dr. Harris, and what we find ourselves doing each time that we do a show on American Baptist College is trying to almost justify why folks ought to give to American Baptist College. But you're saying that what the college has already done has demonstrated why it ought to survive.
I think so, and it has been through crisis. The crisis of the previous administration in the National Baptist Convention did bring very, very, very difficult times for the college. But the college has survived. It survived because it has a purpose. It survived because it has a legacy. It survived because of a heritage of people being committed to the education of people to give leadership to the community.
Very good, and of course I think, Dr. Harris, it will also survive because of your persistence and as the president of American Baptist College. And let me thank you for coming and giving us that information about the college and the civil rights movement. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.